A marathon is 26.2 miles, 42.195 kilometers, not 25, not 27, not a round number at all. Every single marathon run anywhere on Earth today, from Boston to Tokyo to Berlin, has the same exact oddly specific distance. The number is not from Greek mythology. It is not from a scientific optimization. It is from a single afternoon in London in 1908 when the Olympic organizers moved the finish line to make sure the runners crossed it in front of the royal box at Windsor Castle. One favor for a queen, a quarter-mile of concrete, and a tired committee. That's the reason why. Walk up to any official marathon on any continent in the world. Boston, London, Berlin, Chicago, Tokyo, New York, Dubai, Sydney, Cape Town, Rio de Janeiro. Every single one of them is the same exact distance, 26.2 miles, 42.195 kilometers. To be precise, every starting gun fires a race that ends exactly that many meters later. The first place time at the Chicago Marathon and the first place time at the Tokyo Marathon are comparable as statistics only because the races measure precisely the same length. Nobody ever rounds up. Nobody ever builds a 26.5-mile course. The world's largest athletic event is standardized to a weirdly specific number that almost nobody really thinks about. The easy story, the one most people have heard, goes like this. In 490 BC, a Greek soldier named Pheidippides ran from the battlefield at Marathon to Athens, carrying news of a victory over the Persians. He ran the distance, announced the victory, then collapsed and died. That distance, the story goes, is what modern marathons commemorate. 26.2 miles is supposed to be the legendary run from Marathon, Greece to Athens, Greece. It's a really great story. It's in every children's book about ancient Greece, and it's not actually where the marathon distance comes from. The distance from Marathon to Athens is closer to 25 miles, a full mile shorter than a modern marathon race. The real answer is London, 1908. That year's Summer Olympics was held at White City Stadium in West London. The marathon event was planned as a roughly 25-mile course, loosely matching the Greek legend. The course was supposed to start at Windsor Castle, run through the suburbs, and finish inside the stadium. But there was a problem. Queen Alexandra and King Edward VII wanted to watch the race start. The organizers realized that if the runners started at the stadium end, the royal family would miss the beginning. So the organizers moved the start line. They moved it to the east lawn of Windsor Castle, directly below the royal box so the royals could watch. But moving the start line wasn't enough. The organizers also wanted the finish line directly in front of the royal box inside White City Stadium, so the winner would cross within clear sight of the Queen. The existing stadium layout didn't work, so they extended the finish by 385 yards, exactly the distance from the stadium gate, around the track to the spot in front of the royal box. The final distance from the east lawn of Windsor Castle to the patch of grass in front of Queen Alexandra's seat was 26 miles and 385 yards, which is exactly 26.2 miles. The exact distance every marathon on Earth uses today. The 26-mile, 385-yard distance wasn't meant to be a permanent rule. It was a one-off, specific to the 1908 London course. The 1912 Stockholm Olympics ran a different distance, about 24.8 miles. The 1920 Antwerp Olympics ran yet another, about 26.6 miles. Marathon distances actually varied wildly from city to city and Olympics to Olympics for more than a decade afterward. In 1921, the International Amateur Athletic Federation, now called World Athletics, met to standardize the sport. They picked the London distance at the official standard. The reasoning in the meeting minutes was essentially, that's the famous race of history. So 26.2 it is, forever. Once the 26.2-mile rule was locked in 1921, every marathon on Earth followed. The Boston Marathon, running since 1897, updated its course. The New York City Marathon, founded in 1970, was built to the new standard from day one. London, Berlin, Tokyo, Chicago. All of them, 26.2. World record keeping was cleaned up. Before 1921, comparing times across marathons was apples and oranges. After standardization, every race became comparable. Today, more than 800 official marathons run annually worldwide. Every one is the exact length of the 1908 London course, which was just a favor for a queen who wanted a good view. Here's the strange postscript to the whole thing. The royal box that caused the original course extension is still there today, untouched. White City Stadium was demolished in 1985, but Windsor Castle's East Lawn remains exactly where it was. When the Summer Olympics came to London in 2012, over a century after the original race, the marathon course was redesigned. That year's marathon started at Buckingham Palace and finished in the Olympic Park, abandoning the original royal route. But the distance didn't change, not even then. Still 26.2 miles. No organizer has ever seriously suggested picking a different number. The royal favor from 1908 is embedded permanently in the sport's rules. Picture the scene. It's July 1908, a summer afternoon in West London. Queen Alexandra is sitting in a velvet-cushioned royal box on the east lawn of Windsor Castle, her royal children beside her in their summer clothes, looking out over a stretch of freshly cut grass where, in about an hour, the first marathon runners of the Olympic Games will appear and begin sprinting down the road toward the city. The organizers have moved both the start and the finish just for her. They've literally reshaped the course so she'll have a clear view of it. The race will go down in history as the race that fixed the marathon distance forever. 26.2 miles. Not because of Greek mythology, not because of any scientific optimization, not because anyone measured a meaningful distance to be meaningful. Because one particular British queen wanted one good seat on one particular summer afternoon in July, and an Olympic organizing committee said yes. Every modern marathon runner on every single continent, right now, is covering, to the inch, the exact distance between a queen's afternoon patio and a patch of grace in front of her royal box. 118 years later, all over the world, 26.2 miles is still really the signature of that one ordinary afternoon. So that's just one of them. There's a quiet archive of stories like this, hiding in ordinary objects and conventions you never once thought to question. Subscribe, so the next one finds you first.